Hi everyone. Today we're going to be reading a story called Little Red and the Very Hungry Lion. This is by Alex T. Smith. This is Little Red. And today she's going to be gobbled up by a lion. And this is the lion. Well, that's what he thinks is going to happen anyway. One hot morning, Auntie Rosie woke up covered in spots. There was only one thing for them: spot medicine. Ring, 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 ring. Oh dear, said Little Red when she heard the news. I'll come right away. So she put some spot medicine in her basket and waved goodbye to her daddy. It was a long way to Auntie Rosie's house. Little Red walked under the giraffes, over the sleepy crocodiles, and past the chattering monkeys. She crept along the termite mounds and under the leaping gazelles, and then she caught a ride on an elephant, wiggled her way around the hippos and warthogs, and waved hello to the meerkats. And then she sat down in the shade of a shady tree. And that's when the lion arrived. The very hungry lion. Oh, hello, purred the lion. Where are you going? Oh, to visit my auntie who is covered in spots, said Little Red. In the time it took for his tummy to rumble, the very hungry lion had cooked up a very naughty plan. Here's his plan. You can see the thought bubbles here, so he's thinking this plan out, and it says, my very clever plan. Number 1, sneak off to Auntie Rosie's house. Number 2, hide her in a cabinet. Number 3, dress up as Auntie Rosie. Number 4, wait for a bit. Number 5, jump up and eat Little Red. Number 6, eat Auntie Rosie for dessert. Well done, you are a very clever lion. And he rushed off to put his plan into action. You know, as I'm reading this kind of makes me think of another story. Little Red Riding Hood. Now, it's not very similar because it has different characters and different things, but that's kind of what Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf did, right? Let's see how it plays out. When he arrived, the very hungry lion stuffed Auntie Rosie in a cabinet and locked the door. Then he squeezed himself into one of her nightgowns and covered himself all over in spots. And now, of course, when Little Red arrived, she realized right away it wasn't Auntie Rosie sitting in the bed. She quickly looked around and spotted her auntie peeking through a gap in the cabinet. And then Little Red decided that she was going to teach the naughty lion a lesson. Oh, Auntie, cried Little Red, what tangled hair you have. And before the very hungry lion could even lick his lips, Little Red had brushed and combed and twisted and braided until the lion had a very lovely new look. Oh gosh, look at this lion. This had not been part of the lion's plans. So, ooh, I love when books do this. He opened his mouth wide. Can y'all see it? I need to back up. There we go. Disgusting, shouted Little Red. What gigantic, grimy teeth you have, Auntie. Ew, gross. Look what's inside these little teeth here. Gross. And Little Red made the very hungry lion brush, brush, brush his teeth until they sparkled. Oh, Auntie, sighed Little Red, what an old nightgown you were wearing. And before the very hungry lion knew it, Little Red had found a much prettier dress for him to wear. This had not been part of the lion's plan either. Little Red's having a lot of fun here. Oh my. Stop! Yelled the lion. I am a very hungry lion, and my tummy is grumbling. You know, when y'all are reading and the font is that big, the author really wants you to say it loud. Little Red pointed her finger. Well, trying to eat children and aunties is very naughty. If you were hungry, all you had to do was ask for some food. The very hungry lion let Auntie Rosie out of the cabinet and said sorry ever so politely. Little Red gave Auntie Rosie the spot medicine, which worked immediately, and then the three of them gobbled up a whole basket of donuts together. The lion had 5. Soon it was beginning to get dark, so the lion walked all the way back home with Little Red on his very best behavior. He promised to never, ever, ever try to eat another auntie or any children. But he might be tempted to eat Daddy. No! Bad kitty! The end. So this is definitely a little twist on a very familiar story that we all know, Little Red Riding Hood. And so what I would love for you to do is go and think of some very familiar story that we all know, like Little Red Riding Hood, and I want you to recreate the story. Change up the characters, change up the settings, do something different, like a completely different ending, and then write it all down and illustrate it. Have fun!